We're back for another Geoguessr daily challenge. Today is Wednesday, I think, probably July 29th. Yesterday, that just scared me. I saw the July 28th up here. It used to be a calendar on this page. Yesterday, we got 17-7. It was actually a really good round until the last round. We got 30 points. Really should have trusted myself. I guessed in Trinidad and Tobago. I have never seen a round in Trinidad and Tobago. I've never seen any tips about Trinidad and Tobago. Really should have, have a clue that there is no coverage in Trinidad and Tobago. Right thought, though, that it was an island. It turned out, of course, to be Sao Tome and Principe. Unfortunately, because we actually have had that before. I distinctly said, I don't think this is something we've had before. And then, of course, it was one that I had missed previously. Portuguese island, bad coverage, very dark, like outside time of day coverage in old Sao Tome. Anyway, that was a big old miss. We did get another 5K, so taking a look at the sheet, we are stacking these 5Ks up. It had been a while since we had any. Now we've had, 5Ks in the last handful of days. 10-day average just now under 21,000, even with that 17. So it's been going pretty well. Speaking of how it's going, they just added some new coverage. So they added some coverage in Kosovo. Kosovo, where are you at? It's down here. It's down here. It's actually, you see it's got that dashed line. So technically it's somewhat of a disputed territory with Serbia or something. I don't know. Not a political video. But there is now actually some coverage in Kosovo. I meant to say that yesterday. Good thing it didn't show up yesterday. I would have been falling down on the job. That pretty much covers all of Europe, though. Still no Belarus, still no Moldova. This is part of Russia right here, I believe, which is kind of crazy. Of course, as is... Where's Kaliningrad? This. Part of Russia as well. Those would be weird wild rounds, especially on a country streak. Watch out for all that jazz. But yeah, with Kosovo in there, who knows? We'll keep our eye out. I think it'll be hard-ish to recognize. We don't see much Montenegro. We don't see much Macedonia. We're really not going to see much Kosovo. I don't know that the coverage is all that extensive, but it's possible, and it wasn't before. So how do you like me now? We're going to play the daily challenge. Maybe. I got to click now to another day. There we go. 96,000 people played today? That's so many. It's almost 100,000. First ball up is. Okay, nice, don't go in there, basically. I think I'm Portugal. Maybe. Maybe indeed. If it's Portugal, if it's anywhere, we're going to want to know where we are in the place that we are. That stop sign actually almost looked like a Spanish Andalusia. That sounds more Spainy. Magical. Portugal should have a little bit of yellow on the license plate. I haven't quite seen that yet. That tree is completely painted. That's a lot of lines on the crosswalk. This is one of those where it's just really tough to know which way to go because we're just in a little bit of a place. How do you like that? Sevilla? That actually could be really helpful. 849. So we're thinking Spain. Where is Seville? Yep. That's one where I can actually handle. A49, A481. 9. These roads are just kind of crazy. We're also looking for Chukin. A49. Guess it could be on the east side of Seville. Maybe. You see the A49 come over here, though? I don't. Don't at all. Sometimes it pops up randomly. I don't see it, though. A49. Then it looks like it ends on the... Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, it looks like it turns into the A22 right at the river. So we're in a pretty narrow spat here. What does that mean? 47 seconds. What is the A481? Oh, it's green, so it would look like that. That's the 499. 446. 445. Seem like they're essentially in order. 492 though, maybe not. Oh yeah. 494, 472. Expected to be in here. Jesus. You know? You know, I don't see the 481. It's not to be seen. It's not to be looked at. It's not to be oh. Did it take my last click? Because I did find it right at the last second. Yeah, it did. All right, 4966. Hinojos is where that was. Wow. That's kind of crazy that I didn't see that. I went over it twice. That was the third trip over that when I finally saw it. Unfortunately, we're at the wrong end of it, but that's all right. I'm glad we found that. Those, to me, those rounds are really difficult. We're just in a town, like just a small town. And you just have no idea if you're going to see anything other than residences. Residentiality. There's a word that I hadn't heard before, but now it is part of my vernacular. Next round. Vietnam, based on the language. Vietnam, based on the language. What do we got here? Dong Van. Dong Van seems to be the situation. Dong Van. Titran. Sure. Da Nang. I like Samsung because it's almost Samsung. I don't really care about Samsung, but it's just fun. I enjoyed it. Doing a quick look. I don't know if we're gonna get lucky enough to see it here. There's Dong Hoi. There's Dong Dang. Alright, let's go see if it's mountainy or flat or coastal. Come on, boss. Oh, that's a COVID banner. Nobody fucking move, it's COVID. Stand down. Do they have street numbers here? I feel like, yeah, I'm not going up that hill, but it's a nice idea. Although, you know what? Look at all these hills. This seems like the north, right? Do they, is this one? Oh, is this a mountainous border with, yeah, it is. So these mountains are to the northeast, though. That's actually huge because you're not going to get mountains on the northeast border with Laos. Where else could you possibly get east mountains? Do you have them down here? Yeah, you do a little bit. You do a little bit. It's not maybe as much of a boon as I thought, but these are honestly, these are pretty big mountains. Is there any chance of seeing water? Maybe we should go up a little higher. Don't. Mountains all around us. Are the mountains in the room with us right now, is what I'm trying to ask you. Tell me. Tell me. I need to know quickly. I don't know. I don't know. It seems like a pretty big place. It can't be there. It can't be there. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I was right on the border. There it is. Dong Van. 42. Really not bad. Really not bad at all. Yeah, I was afraid to go too much higher. All of this, though, was in play for sure. It honestly looked pretty... Part of what kept me from going up here is that it looked kind of built up, like pretty municipal. Roof spires. Okay, sure. That's good to know. I mean, the mountains I felt like were a big clue, but we couldn't rule out stuff like this down here, right? Like, could have been this one, for instance, maybe. Yeah, I just didn't want to get out of the big city. I mean, it occurred to me, right? Dongvan could have been one of these smaller areas, although probably not. I don't think you could really see the mountains from there, which is why I kept clicking out a little bit further. But nonetheless, that was a tough one to scan for, just because unless you were really scanning the border of the autonomous regions of China, which are not on the menu, right? That's never a place you're going to go to try to hedge for, you know, what if it's over here kind of moment. So we're moving on. We got White Car. We got South Africa looking road lines. We got potentially Eswatini long grass. We have that word and a school. Got a big time blur. I had a feeling there was a sun up here. Sikunusa, okay. We're going southwest. I didn't check the sun just to make sure, but I feel pretty good about this being South Africa. Although, you know what, too? Is this... I'm feeling an Eswatini here. If we need to risk it for the biscuit, I'm feeling an Eswatini here. Do we like this direction? I don't like this direction. Southwest, is that what I said I was going the first time? Yeah, I did not go the barrel way. I like those barrels, so they're fun. A barrel of fun, a barrel of monkeys. You remember those? That was a thing. Oh, Manzini. Ooh, we've definitely seen Manzini before. You know, though, this is almost not even worth scanning for. Oh, I remember Pig's Peak. That's always a fun one. It's not even worth scanning for, because if we can find a road number, that pretty much will solve the country situation. Although if we can't. MR4, hello. That's Eswatini, right? Yeah, it is. When you know it's Eswatini, you just know it's Eswatini. What can I say? MR4. Come on, boss. This is... Here it is. McCain. Fucking John McCain over here. Just hanging out. Oh, we're right by that school. We're right by the school. It had a name that was hard to read. Go back to the start. MR4. Aims to the north. This one. Of course, one click. NG OC something. We just went, what, southwest to get to that? We went one click southwest. We're at these bus stops. Yes, 5K. Oh, man, I almost didn't get it. No, I mean, I don't know, 20 meters. I don't know what the threshold is. Yeah, I was just turning around. Oh, the bus shelters, that's funny. Distinctive concrete bus shelters. They were definitely brick. So, you look at, they couldn't even show you. They couldn't even bring themselves to show you. They're like, we know we're lying, but just, yeah, definitely. Concrete bus shelter, sure. Eswatini, yeah, definitely. We have a clue for Eswatini. Sure. Wow, we found the school. I can't believe we found the school. That was a good time. Wow, and the marker wasn't even on the road, so I'm glad they gave me 20 meters. I mean, come on. Most of those meters were off-road meters. Another 5K, let's go. Next round. Smith and Smith. We got a T-Mobile. We got EU flags over there. Jeez, what is... Ooh, is that Romania? Oh, yes. Look at how big these holes are. So you always think like, oh, Romania has holy poles, Hungary has holy poles. How can I tell the difference? The Romanian ones are so goddamn big, it's almost unbelievable. They look crazy. They just look crazy. What can I say? Look how big that one is. Absolutely bodacious, out of control holy poles. Now, granted, these ones are smaller, but even then, the holes are very long and tall. We got smokestacks over there. Got more Romania flags. It'd be funny if we're not in Romania, but just spare me the gripe, the grief, the griping grief, the griefing gripe. Hopefully we can. Oh, yeah, we might have encountered a "You are leaving the town" sign. That would have helped, right? I love roads. I love roads and road signs. Tell me what route I'm on, and I'm happier. Oh, look at that horse. Whew. Just, what a day. 5Ks, horses. We've gone a long way here. We're going north. I'm actually surprised how much English there is. We're not doing a very good job of narrowing down where we are, though. Not sure that going into this city is going to be the move. Matasari. Brasov. They don't know. Rovinari Boriscu. I don't know. When you don't know, you don't know. They do like flags, though. I appreciate that. Oh, well, we already knew about Rovinari. And Farcasetti. Something like that. Definitely wasn't right. Not even close. I don't know. I'm feeling the Bucharest area. It's pretty built up here. It's unfortunate to have to do a random guess when we have such a good round going. Not terrible though. Really not. Nice find for Altiezo there. We were in really not that big of a place. Turkseni, something like that. Turseni. There's Boriscu. Your guess is as good as mine. Not really seeing those other places. Dang, Craiova would have been a nice guess if I was going to guess a random city. Small one. Not bad. Dacia. Wow, quarter of all vehicles. Good car guesser tip there. Good one. Indeed. Last round. Last round in. What's that say? Not sure what that says. Denmark? I don't know. What do these all license plates look like? Got a beautiful selection of EU plates. Take one, leave one. Oh, you know what? No, that looks... Ooh, Jen. Is this Sweden? Oh, we got the checker flag crosswalks. I love those. I've seen those a few times lately. Jen. Oh, but it's got the crossed O, so it's not Sweden. Now I'm thinking Norway. Raufashallen. Skole. Okay, so we're at a school again. We got dashed road lines. You have to decide if they're long or short dashes for Norway. We got green commercial plates. Raufoss. The other thing, if you can't decide if they're long or short dashes, is the dash longer than the gap between the dashes? Or is the gap longer? These see, like, the dash clearly seems to be longer than the gap between them. So that would be Norway. Sweden has short dashes, so the gaps, there's more gap. That was just a camping sign, maybe. Damn, dude. We got lucky with our last random guess, but this is gold on the line here. This is gold on the line. We're going southwest. just hooked a left. These are definitely long dashes. I'm not feeling good about this travel. Going back to the start. It's not great. What is this school? No, Buckles. Did it go where I wanted it to go? Fucking Buckles, dog. Can I go in there? Yes. Slowly. Steadily. I don't think that helps. Boritschlag? Yeah, it sucks. Sucks indeed. No idea. It's not actually that mountainy though. It's pretty flat for Norway, so we're not out on the old west coast. That's for shiz. For shizzle. I think that's really a normal thing for a human to say in 2026, but I said it. Yeah, we're pretty much shoot out of shot. Are these signs right here? Yeah, they are. Roughhausen. I like Kongsberg, to be honest. Oh my god, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. That is going to be a gold. Raufoss, there it is. It's right there. I wonder, man, I wonder if LTOs found a road there, because that was a pretty good guess. The 33 maybe showed up somewhere and I missed it. Not bad. Green license plates, yeah, on the commercial vehicles in Norway. Pretty cool stuff. And then Kongsberg, just coming through. I just saw it. I said, I like that name. Kongsberg. Bird. Kongsberg. Whatever. Whatever. Let's review the results. 16th gold medal. Nice. We got a square number on that now. 23,180. Nice. Started out with that good. Oh yeah, Sevilla. Shout out to that Sevilla sign. Spain, I find Spain very difficult. I'm glad to have gotten that one. I'm glad we went north. You know, a center, you try to center plonk this Vietnam and you're getting absolutely slapped when it's borderline in China here. It's not China, but, you know. Honestly, Dongvan was pretty easy to find if you were to actually have zoomed in and gone up there, but I didn't go up there. Really awesome area, though. It's just stunning. Stunning area. 5K in Eswatini. Just, oh, there's the bus shelter. That's not concrete, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there definitively now. I mean, the floor is concrete, but like, concrete floors are pretty common, right? I would think. My garage has a concrete floor. Romania. I mean, this was pretty lucky. We guessed in the nice southern half of Romania. It looked bright and sunny. That's not a very good reason to guess in the south of any country, but to be honest, I did it again in Norway. No, in Norway, it was more about finding a flat area. It's like, this is flat down here, and once you go out any to the west or really any to the north, it just becomes a pretty bumpy ride up there in a good way. Also a stunning area of the world. Thanks for traveling the world with me today. We'll do it again tomorrow. Stop by then. See you next time.